do elf then?
Cheater
Jake?
side.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, if as long as Johnson's got no objections and he's still keen going for like Dunedain or Ranger of the North, or
Yeah, mate. Yeah. What do you think you're going for?
I think I'm going to do elf. But I think I'm going to do rather than do like the Linden elf, I think I'm going to do the wood elf variant that's in like one of the extended books.
Yeah.
But I think the plan is I might do, rather than going like Mirkwood elf, I think I might do one of the elves of the Galadrim.
Yeah. Were you looking at my backstory there, Sam? If so, is it any good?
I want to see this role played. I want to see how you're going to interact with the rest of the party.
Yeah. Are you cool with all the stuff that?
Fine.
Yeah, that's all right then.
It's all fine, mate.
Because I mean, I know having an electric guitar that works is a bit weird, but then it's
magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Particularly enjoys shooting stars out of the neck of his guitar. It looked quite hurty. He's never tested it on anyone.
I am at this point just going to say no spoilers, Mark, because I know what you like.
Oh,
I can't wait.
It's going to be good, yeah.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert, we just need to finish Strahd. It's so close now.
I see the end.
Yeah, so we're missing Lewis, aren't we?
Yes, he's text to say he's. I think Bella's had a jabs today, isn't she?
Was that the little one?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that them kid things, right? That some people have. They're like people, but they're smaller. Have you noticed?
Yeah, they're very funny though.
They get bigger. If you don't pay attention to them, suddenly they're much bigger than they used to be. It's weird.
It is weird, mate.
Yeah. How are the twins, Andy?
About astrology.
They're all right, mate. I think they're entering the terrible twos early.
Oh no! Or wait till they're actually there. That'll be so much fun.
Maybe he's got like an attachment thing to just random objects where he'll pick an object for the day, and that's the thing he holds on for the rest of the day. And God help you if you try and take it off him. You know, did you have that?
Yeah, very much so. They, yeah. I mean, the rule for us is okay. Fine, you want to choose that toy that's cost money and take it out with you, and you lose it, it's gone forever. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's not even a toy, mate. It can be anything. It can be like a fucking cardboard, like small cardboard box, a wrapper. Something is ripping hold on tightly.
Sorry.
What, mate?
I said, I know I've told Dave this, but I've got to tell you about my amazing Christmas day. I was really poorly to start with. I noticed there was one of the cats had shat on the tiles at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I went down to clean it up. I'd missed a different shit that I properly trod in, shit between the toes, as bad as it can possibly be. Right, so then I tried hopping back up the stairs so I could wash my foot. Failed. Slid down the stairs backwards and cracked my head on the tiles. Then when I finally got up the stairs, the cat had sicked up on my bed. I just had a little cry after that.
Oh, mate, I sound like the fucking worst.
I can't believe he sicked up on my bed after all that. I just spent a quarter of an hour just cleaning my fucking foot.
You're not smeared poo
still
down the stairs when you slid down.
I've still got a little lump on the back of my head where I cracked it.
All around me are familiar.
Have you heard the original version of that? It's dead upbeat. Listen to the lyrics and go, whoa. Oh.
Yeah, I've still got collections of twigs that the children have gone out and decided that it's the best twig ever and they need to keep it for all time.
Well, sometimes you do.
Yeah. I mean, we do have. If we go out for a walk, we regularly have one Jules. I mean, of course, you're going to shout Expelliarmus at your children at the top of your voice. Of course you are.
Yeah.
It's just as long as you don't bring the unforgivable curses out.
Oh, mate, the amount of times they've actually killed me, it's ridiculous.
Have you seen the video of like the little girl at a wedding or something, and she's doing like Expelliarmus to the dude, and the dude just turns around and is like, "Oh, father," but he's like taking it proper serious. He's like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I'd
that.
go. If it was a little kid, I wouldn't do that. I'd just go Cruciatus.
Yeah. Why not?
"It's okay."
I can't endorse infanticide, but you can at least torture them a bit, make them behave. Oh, I found out yesterday, Dave. Has anybody read any David Eddings or heard of him?
Yeah.
Him and his wife did a year in prison for physical abuse of their adopted children. Apparently, they were keeping him in a cage.
Oh,
Like, no messing.
no.
And he managed to keep it quiet completely. It only came out after he died that him and his wife were both. I mean, it wasn't a Nancy thing, but still,
It's an evil
pretty
thing.
bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And they lost custody of both of the adopted kids. Yeah, so it's
yeah.
good.
I mean, if I'm honest, now that I'm older, because I read them when I was younger. The Belgariad and the what was the other one? Malorian.
Yeah,
I remember loving them when I was younger, but I tried to revisit them and I thought, crikey, this is really bad.
Yeah, they're much better for teenagers, I would say.
Yeah. So I don't feel even remotely guilty that I thought they were shit. I shall never have anything to do with them again.
Terry Goodkind was a horrible bastard as well, but his books are shit, so no one cares.
I've never read Goodkind.
Oh, he's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And he believed he was the greatest living author, and it's just like, no, mate, you're really not. Try doing world building or have a magic system. Something that normal fantasy worlds do. Don't just make it up as you go along and then preach to people. What a prick. Anyway,
I'm listening to. I'm still on. What's the last Joe Abercrombie? Last Argument of Kings.
Yeah.
From the First Law is so good.
You know where that comes from? The phrase "final argument of kings."
No.
It's what Louis XIV had stamped on all his cannons.
Yeah.
There you go. I think it was Louis XIV. It was one of the French ones. They were all called Louis, weren't they?
There was a lot of Louis, and there was a lot of Philips.
Yeah.
A lot of Louis.
It's like us. We love Henrys. We love Edwards.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you saying? You're making me uncomfortable, mate.
What's hang on? He's going to be William's going to be William II, isn't he? When he becomes king.
I feel like you're about to fire me over tea.
No, it'll be William III, won't he?
Well, we had a William II.
I'm pretty sure there were two Williams.
They could have easily have been,
Well, that was the Conqueror, obviously.
He's William. Was previously, you know what his name was before? I mean, obviously, he only became William the Conqueror after the Battle of Hastings. You know what he was called before that? Before he was William the Conqueror.
Unfortunately,
it was William the Bastard.
Yeah.
He was a bastard, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, if you look at William the Conqueror's story, he's actually quite lucky that he made it to where he was, because he's basically got an evil, crooked uncle that he eventually deposes, and then sets himself up for.
Well, it's what caused our massive hundreds of years fighting with the French, wasn't it? Him because he was effectively French. He had some sort of dodgy claim to to lands and titles in France.
Well, it technically comes from. Well, the real reason for the 100 Years' War is technically Edward III was a bit pissed off that the fact that the French king wanted him to pay homage for his lands in France. So it was a bit like the English king needed to kneel to the French king for the lands that he owned in France when he was king in his own right. So it was a bit like, and technically Edward III had a claim to the French throne through his mum, because his mum was Isabella of France.
Yeah.
So
I love history, man. I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of did start with William, but then I think, to be honest, like the absolute reason that because it was when Henry II took over the English throne, he actually owned more of France than Philip did at the time, who was like the king. I
always used to wonder
France and England.
Yeah, I always used to wonder what we lost in the 100 Years' War, but it was all the territories in France, wasn't it, that we lost?
And it's actually longer than 100 years. It was like, might have been like 113, or might have been up to like 130, but it's not actually 100 years. But I think the thing is, like, English as well. Like, I think we celebrate the 100 Years' War, or like think that we were the dog's bollocks because we won 3 like significant battles, Poitiers.
Yeah, we lost the war though, didn't we?
And Agincourt. But the fundamental principle of it is we lost the war. But yeah,
lost the war.
Yeah. But actually,
sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just going to say, but if you look at all the political unrest at England at that point in time, there was no chance we was ever winning that unrest.
It was just being greedy. Just we only need. We've got a little island. That'll do.
I think there were maybe a couple of occasions where we might have been close to potentially doing it. I think if Henry V had lived longer, we might have had a situation where England and France may have been united, but.
Agincourt the French are still sore about that today, aren't they? They're still going about how shifty we were. We were shifty, admittedly. It was like we realised we had more prisoners than we had soldiers, so they sneakily killed them all.
Yeah.
What's that?
It was quite openly I don't know, people refer to it as probably quite a.
It was a proper atrocity.
in the same respect, had they all escaped and murdered all the English soldiers, it'd have been a complete travesty in its own right.
It's believed that was one of the first uses of germ warfare in Agincourt, because the English archers dipped their arrows in shit before they shot them. Because they'd worked out, all they knew is that if you got shit in your wounds, it wasn't very good. It's just our arrows in the shit before we fire them.
Well, I think there was one point in I say several points over Agincourt where they were literally just shooting people at point blank range. So. So the longbow wasn't even being used as the longbow typically was, because all the French knights were really heavily armored, so it wouldn't have actually punctured through. So they were literally just massacring the horses.
You could get through it, but you had to have a particular. They had to come straight on, because the armor was designed so things would glance off it, and it was hardened steel by that point. It's not easy to get through. So it could, a longbow at short range could, if they got a lucky shot, penetrate the breastplate, but it was more than likely going to bounce off.
Yeah. Speaking of, I reckon it was most of the horses, and then most of the soldiers then drowning in the mud.
Yeah. And the fact the French were dicks, because that's the only reason they lost. They should have smashed us. We were outnumbered 3-1. But they were dicks.
It was more than that.
Did you know that? Mark and Jake probably already know, but World War II, English used to drop wooden bombs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they used to drop wooden bombs. The Germans used to make false airfields, didn't they? Made out of wood, wooden Messerschmitt, whatnot, to direct attention from the real airfields and whatnot.
In World War II, we had a full inflatable army at Calais. Dover.
The English saw through it, and just as a piss take, they used to drop wooden bombs on the wooden airfield. Obviously, nothing in them. Just fucking wooden bombs. Wooden.
Typical British thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Just so you know, we know it's made of wood. We're well aware.
Imagine us flying over, can't you?
The first bombers in World War One, you're lobbing a bomb out of your cockpit while you just fly over shit right now.
Yeah, looks about right.
Yeah.
I once did the Dam Busters run, and I went on a helicopter. My sister was given it as part of, as a gift from Derby County. So you went in the helicopter and you went on the training ground that the Dam Busters went on. And what they'd got is three pieces of wood, 2 pointing forwards and 1 across, and they'd basically built an exact replica of the dam that they were going to build bomb. And all as they'd lined it up, the two vertical, the two parallel ones were pointing at the towers, and then when the horizontal one got to the you released the bomb. So it was like 3 pieces of wood as the targeting device.
Yeah, the Lancaster bomb aimer fella had they called it a Y-shaped stick, and that's what it was, and that's all he got. I don't even know what he could do with it.
It's an absolute feat of like physics, isn't it? What they did with the Dam Busters. I remember watching something about it, and it's like the fact that like it had to hit the water at a specific angle and speed for it to almost follow the trajectory.
Spotlights, didn't they? When the 2 beams converged, they knew they were exactly the right height, but then they had to be at the right speed and the right distance as well before. Oh yeah. Give them some credit. Yeah,
it's definitely like some unbelievable military tactics were utilised in the Second World War.
But if you ever get a chance, there's a documentary on YouTube. It's called The Greatest Raid. It's Jeremy Clarkson hosts it. And it's about the proto-SAS, they were just called the Commandos then, and how they took out a French dry dock, meaning the Germans couldn't dock their big battleship anywhere without going straight past Britain, which was suicide for it, because we'd have had them off. Loads of them were captured. It was just the most brazen. The Navy refused to give them any ships because they went, no, that's just stupid. We're not giving you ships. You're just going to waste them. No. So they ended up using this whole. We borrowed one off the Americans and didn't tell them we were going to blow it up. They filled the ship with explosives and then rammed the gates at this thing. The Germans went, "What a bunch of knobheads! They were never going to get through that gate with." If you were caught with a Sykes Wilkinson fighting knife after that raid, Hitler ordered you shot on sight as a spy. Because the commandos caused so much damage, and there was only like 250 of them, and they absolutely fucked up everything. Most of them got captured, but they were quite happy. They'd done their job. Oh, Castle Ravenloft.
I mean, I know I've not seen you for a long time, Miller, but you've grown a lot of hair.
I have.
Yeah. Beard.
Beard it comes down to here, but you can't tell with this. It's really big.
What she said.
It's an accent and everything.
I don't know if you can, Mark, but it's probably going to be William IV, not William III. Because William III was Duke of was that Dutch king that married James the Second? No, it'd been Charles II's daughter, I think.
William of Orange. I forgot about him. I completely forgot about him. Yeah, the Irish Catholics hate him, don't they?
I think so.
Because he tried to genocide Catholics, as was their want back then. Like, who's in power? Right, we're going to genocide the other lot, or give it a go. Actually, we've got everyone, haven't we? Now, just realised we've got a full. Are we going to?
Yeah, I think Andy was asking something about Ravenloft, wasn't he?
Oh, sorry.
I was just asking Mark how long it's been since he's been in Ravenloft.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what. To answer that question, let's start playing, shall we?
Yeah.
Time to roll some dice in anger. This is Curse of Strahd. Bit of a mix and match. This is session 51 for the Tormenting Workmates series. I'm Dave, the Dungeon Master. So we've got beneath me. We'll do it this way first. Andy, who's playing Valkyn.
Good morning.
He's a bud.
Beneath him is Mark, who's going to be playing Axicas.
Hello.
Rock and roll. Top right is Jake playing Damian.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah. Sam, who's playing Brungrik.
Yep.
And Lewis, who's playing Barwolf.
Sultan.
Yep.
So yeah, we've had a mix in the match. Mr. Miller, who was the arcane caster of the party, can't play anymore, and Mark has evolved from the other party to join this group. So where we'd left it for the four of you, with the exception of Axicas, is you're in the deepest bowels of Castle Ravenloft. You'd started, let me give you an overview, in fact, so you can see exactly how much of the dungeons and catacombs you've examined, you've seen so far. So you came down the spiral stairs here. You've looked everything that you can see on screen. You've been through. You know that there's what looks like a large family crypt here. You've managed to see sort of through this magical blue line, and you can see another family crypt here. We finished the session with this crypt here, which I'm just going to remind you of before we move further. So that was crypt number 32. So the door to the crypt has no name or epitaph on it, but this crypt is empty except for two alcoves in the back wall. Above the alcoves are carved the following words: "Pass not these portals, ye foolish mortals." You'd done an evaluation, a thorough magical evaluation, and you'd figured out that the alcoves radiate conjuration magic. As you're having a conflab about this, you hear to the north of you the grating, grinding sound of stone against stone moving. The noise of one of these crypts opening, as all four of you are here. You guys are here. The Barovia 3 and Irina were kind of nestled in this crypt here, and you can hear Van Richten will say to you, Gentlemen, that was to the north of us. Did you hear that?
I think after, because we've just had that encounter with Kira and Rillik, haven't we? So I think Damian's going to go on guard. He's going to have the Sun Sword ready to fight, and then I guess I'm going to sneak towards where the noise is coming from.
Okay, so you get to if you want to move yourself up just there, then.
Sorry, I'm off map tools. Where can I move up to?
Hold up, 1 second. Yeah, so just up to there, to where you can see Mordenkainen, Esmeralda, Van Richten, and Irina.
Am I okay to try and stealth?
Sure, yeah, go for it. What's everyone else doing at this point now, out of interest?
23.
I'll move up with Jake. Stick with my bro beans.
Okay.
And I shall also stealth.
Sure.
I mean,
Can I smell anything, Dave, or hear anything in particular?
Have a perception check then, though.
Get advantage because it's sniffing and hearing.
Yeah, go on then.
Why not?
Jake's chuffed that he's out stealth the stealther. Okay, 16.
16.
Gotcha. So that just leaves. So you're approaching just at the rear then, Lewis, but you're trying to figure out what's going on. You've got the two stealthers up front, which leaves Brungrik.
He's sniffing from the rear.
He'll be
Wow.
following, but a bit slower because he is not stealthy at all in the slightest.
Yeah. So you get to this point here, and it's probably Esmeralda that's going to sort of point over her shoulder, say, and as you come round the crypt to this crypt here, this crypt you've already looked at, and you're aware of the fact that being old's horrible. Having to take my glasses on and off is a proper pain in the backside. Get varifocals and be done with it. So make sure I'm right. Yes, I am. This crypt was the crypt of King Katski, or Katski the Bright, ruler, inventor, and self-proclaimed time traveler. And you can see the grating of the crypt entrance as the stone rubs against stone, and it's slowly sliding open, seemingly of its own volition. What would you like to do?
Or do you want to play the mark game? Shall I go and top my drink up? Sort of?
We want to play the
let's do
mark
this
game,
bit.
Dave.
Yeah, go on then.
No,
Mark.
I'm joking.
Oh man.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
go on then. Let's play the mark game. Go on then, Mark.
Okay. Going.
Right. So the Mark game is Mark will occasionally get up and wander off and just say two random words, and the idea of the game is to prove that he's the most random motherfucker that anyone's ever met. So go on then, gents.
Conqueror.
Ooh.
Lacerate.
You snidey little bastard, Jake.
Gotcha.
You baited him.
Did it.
Mark's random though. He could be talking about something completely.
Mm.
I don't know. Set up like we were earlier about medieval stuff, and then Neil come out with something like sci-fi. So I'm going to go with sausage.
Classic. Andy.
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
The Curse of Strahd, we don't get a magic item, we get a level.
Oh yes.
Which is infinitely more precious than a magic item. I mean, so how? Yeah. So you
game.
yeah. You've heard
What
this.
did they
You've
just
heard this
agree to a
grating
level?
noise. What do you want to do?
I mean, my instant reaction is I've heard the grating noise. I'm preparing for a fight. With like the last time every time something's come out of a tomb so far, it's tried to kill us. So I'm about ready to kill whatever comes out of this tomb.
Now we're closer.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
My God, my passive perception's better.
This
Yeah.
is exsanguinating the peel in there. Sorry.
Thank you, Mark.
Welcome.
So with Lewis, with your sort of sense of smell, down here you've got the guano on the floor from the bats, thousands of bats above you, and it just smells musty and damp. In terms of hearing, you can hear what did you get? So you got 19, didn't you? 16. Okay, so you can hear the sound of effort accompanied with so sort of like someone exerting themselves, followed by this door slowly opening, or this crypt slowly opening. And it's this crypt here, and it does ever so slightly open up bit by bit. And as you're stood ready, prepared, from inside you can see a humanoid figure. I'm going to make visible to you, and also because I was able to do it, is force this image for you.
He looks familiar.
So, Mark, would you care to describe what the gentlemen see as this crypt entrance is forced open?
I'm a red-skinned tiefling in a black robe. One of my eyes is solid silver. My horns are both broken. Yeah, I'm pretty much as you see. I've got a staff, and I'm very confused. I don't know how I got in there. So I'm gonna say, where, Mordenkainen, Van Richten? What's going on?
So you with Mordenkainen and Van Richten, you also see Esmeralda that you recognise, and you recognise Irina as well, poking her head round the corner, and then you can see 4 other gentlemen. So should we have a visual description, just a reminder for us all what you guys look like as well? Then if we could start with Mr. Johnson. He's just about to receive a slice of cake, isn't he?
Cake! 1 minute, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Start with Jake then. What does Axicast see with Damian?
So you see a youngish human like male with like dark brown, I guess like longish hair, kind of short facial hair, very athletic build, but kind of like slender athletic. He's got a almost like gypsy-ish, traveller-ish look, kind of look to him. You might recognise him if you've been to Barovia before, with kind of like a Vistani like visage.
I've met Vistani.
But although he is quite young, like early 20s. He's almost looks like he's aged a little bit. He's got kind of like a slight darkness to his eyes. But he's about ready to. He's about ready to have a go at you. He's ready to have an attack. He's proper on edge, like he's ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm still looking at everyone, going, how did I get into Castle Ravenloft?
Because the only other thing that you'd notice about Damian is he's also holding a sword that's familiar to you. He's holding the Sun Sword.
Hang on a minute.
So let's go on to Brungrik then. What does Brungrik look like?
Do you remember Billy Connolly in The Hobbit?
Yeah.
That's it. Really grey of skin. So he looks, but the difference is he looks that old that he should be sat in a bar drinking his way into his grave. And if he stands still long enough, you think he's a statue, because he should be too old to be out here adventuring. But he's clearly a cleric. He holds as an emblem of the Church of Pelor around his neck, and he is now cutting about with his brand new 2-handed greatsword.
So Barwolf stood sort of at the back. What does Barwolf look like?
Well, Barwolf's got his bow drawn, aiming at him, almost kind of staring at you. He's dressed like a Japanese samurai. He's got like really kind of dark brown hair with silver streaks through it. But if you notice his eyes, they're quite oriental. But his eyes look like a wolf. They're kind of bright
amber.
Yellow. Yeah, as he's drawing the bow at you.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Johnson.
Valkyn's going to be stood sideways on him, in a bit of a bombastic side eye. One hand sort of free, or his visible hand free, and is the hand that's away from him or shielded from him is going to be on his dagger. Quite distrustful of anybody. He still doesn't trust Barwolf or Brungrik that much. The only person he kind of trusts is Damian in the pie. But it's an air of kind of familiarity as he looks at him, because he sees his showed off horn, sheared off horn. Obviously, because he's got no ears, is that air of like
You've been through some shit too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
He's
said,
ready.
all I'm going to say is that, you know, which I said, well, last I knew, I said, I don't want any trouble. I said, we went to, you know, we were camping. I'd got a layman's tiny hut. I may have said a small prayer to my patron about, you know, I don't think we'd lost 2 party members. So the other 2 never worked together. It wasn't going to happen. I was convinced that we were going to die. I may have said a small prayer to my great old one to say, can you do something about it? But I didn't expect to wake up in a coffin with different. I seem to think this is a bit too much. That sword is Nikanar's sword. You've got, and I don't understand.
I think Damian, on that note, when he says he's woke up in a coffin, he's just gonna like lurch towards him, and he's gonna like try and grab you by like the scruff of the neck and like get ready with the sun sword to almost like, well, pierce your neck.
Please, can somebody please do detect good and evil or something of that ilk? I know it can be done. We had a paladin who used to have that sword, which is very strange. You can tell him, A, I'm not undead, and B, I'm not evil. My mission was to rescue my sister and kill the vampire. So much want to kill the vampire.
I'll cast Divine Sense. Sorry, Dave. When you said I didn't really describe myself, did I? To what's your name? Sorry, Mark. In this,
Sikas.
Cass. Yeah. So what you see in me is basically like a Assassin's Creed type chap.
Yeah.
Mass. Dressed in black, very emo. Yeah. Anyway, but I'll cast Divine Sense.
Well, you'll see. I'm a tiefling, and I don't know if it matters. I am lawful neutral.
You get no hint of celestial fiend, undead, or anything supernatural about this creature, but you still don't know his intent.
All I got.
Yeah.
I mean,
So more Van Richten will sort of hold Damian back, or attempt to put a hand on Damian's shoulder as you try and lunge forwards, clearly about to attack. And Van Richten will just say, "1 second, Damian. How do you know us?" And Mordenkainen will step up next to him and explain yourself.
I'll show Mordenkainen my staff with his signature on it. And I'll also check it. You'll see me rummaging through my backpack. I'll pull out a book and show it to Van Richten, which is Van Richten's guide. It says, "This, we've met. Do you not remember?" Look,
Damian, you can see an almost identical book to the book that you
wait. How do you have that book? And then I'm gonna pull my identical copy out, and I'm gonna say like,
Van Richten, him there, gave it to our druid who buggered off, and I inherited it. How is this the same book? It's the same book. And I said, "Look, Mordecai, we spent some time together. You've autographed my stuff. Look, how is it you don't remember me?"
Damian potentially going to turn back to the party, and he's going to be like, "Does the devil play tricks with us again?" And he's going to like he's going to get his blood whip ready, and he's going to get ready to like almost like crack it at him.
Brungrik can step between the two of them at this point now.
But I'm being completely non-threatening. I'm at this point. I'm just holding my staff in front of me, in front of Mordenkainen, and showing him where he magically put his signature on it for me because I'm a fanboy.
Can Barwolf kind of lower his bow and kind of walk up to him and almost kind of sniff him and go, "He doesn't smell like anything we've encountered so far, like not a vampire or like what Huner and Rillik smelt like."
Yeah. Our cleric could do a zone of truth spell. I mean, if any of you can cast that, I'm happy to you know,
That's brilliant.
to be
Doesn't have
questioned
to
in the.
prepared.
You know, I'm quite happy. But I mean, Mordenkainen, do you not remember me? Look, you've even transcribed. I'll show him the book where he transcribed some, you know, a ritual for me.
Yeah.
So look, you transcribed Leomund's tiny hut for me. Look, there, you're writing.
So Mordenkainen, I've rolled an Arcana check for Mordenkainen. Mordenkainen will look towards Axicas and he'll say, "Yeah, no, that is my writing." And
You've
for me
met
to have
before. You've met me before. Come on, someone. What's going on here?
would Mordenkainen will say, "Would you name your patron?"
Yog-Sothoth.
Yeah, I thought so. You're not from here.
What?
This is not your reality.
Oh, has he moved me somewhere else again? Oh, yeah, it's kind of happened before, but it was a different. It was out of the lower planes into the material plane. It wasn't a sideways move or anything. Mind you, I suppose he couldn't gate out of Barovia, so I suppose it makes sense. The only way he could move me is sideways.
This makes sense.
Okay.
But
So you're
that
telling
begs
me-
the question: why are you here?
Killed. Well, the plan is, or the plan was, with our old group, would say it wasn't going to happen because no one cooperated. We were on the march to kill the devil.
This devil that you speak of.
He's the vampire lord whose castle this is.
You speak of Strahd von Zarovich.
Yes, we were literally on our way to kill him, or to try.
Brungrik will turn to Damian and say, "We've had this before, and we need to stop seeing enemies in every single shadow."
But there are enemies in every single shadow.
But we're
Has this crypt not proven otherwise?
look at what happened in insert town name, which I can't remember which one it was. You know, your actions there led to the murder of innocents. Stop always seeing enemies. Sometimes there are unexpected allies.
But at this point, I'm just going to sit down on the crypt and I'm just sort of rubbing my forehead, thinking, "What the fuck?" While this is going on.
I think Barwolf will kind of turn around at this point and go, "This isn't the time, place, really." He's clearly not showing any kind of intent to harm us yet.
So
and
you
enough of us
guys,
keep an eye on him.
you
Let's
guys
carry on.
must be the us from here. So that's why you have the sword. This is really strange, but it seems like my patron has, for some reason, because I asked him to, kinda, has slipped me sideways into another reality. Well, I'm obviously intended to carry on with what I was doing, but with you and not my previous companions. And I'm looking around at them, thinking, you look like a much more capable, you know, group of people. I just want to help kill Strahd.
Damian's gonna lower the sun sword and retook up the blood whip, and he's kind of gonna say, he's gonna kind of look down at the ground and he's gonna be like, I'm not quite sure how long we've been here for, but we were all drawn to this land for one nefarious reason or another.
So was I. We were
as playthings of the.
We were searching for a boy who, and then next thing we knew, we were in a horrible house, and then there were these hags. One of them gouged out my eye. This place is horrible. Yeah, we killed them horribly. Well, Mordenkainen mainly did. Yeah, this is weird, but I could see you're doing this. You're on the same mission we were on.
We have walked
You're
the
trying
same
to
path.
kill Strahd, aren't you? You're trying to kill the devil.
Well, yes, that's what brought us to Ravenloft. This is our first time venturing into the castle, and
This can't just be coincidental. Then you must. I've been chosen to join you on your quest. It's my quest too. What he did to my sister, and what he's done to everybody else. Yeah, I can't. We last time we had to kowtow to him. We didn't have enough power. This time, I'm looking forward to putting him down a notch or two, hopefully.
well, we have fought Strahd once before.
We didn't fight. We knew he was far too powerful. We had to sit there while he tormented us. I've been quite looking forward to coming back.
Take heart then, because we made him hurt. Strahd has not forgot the last time he met us.
Well, gentlemen, I think what seems to be the order of the merit is let's go find the bastard, see what we can do.
We believe that he's potentially somewhere within this crypt, but I feel like we need to continue our investigation of the tombs.
Do you? I mean, I've got to ask. It's only polite. Is it okay if I tag along? It seems I was destined to do so.
For now, it is clear that you mean us no harm.
We have the same goal. It's very straight. I've heard of plane of travel. I've never heard of this sort of sideways slip into another version of the same plane.
Dave, is there like a check that could roll that's not Arcana, where maybe we've read about it, heard of? Do you know what I mean? Because Arcana is not my strongest point, so I'm just trying to see if there's given my age, that I may have heard of something similar. Or
Yeah, you roll a history check then if you wish, mate.
Okay. Still not my strongest point, but give it a go.
Can I give him a D4?
How would you do that?
Actually, can I give myself guidance?
You can give yourself guidance.
Just have a moment in prayer and thought at the same time.
Yeah, that's. But Mordenkainen had an Arcana check. Would he be able to pipe in at any point? Because he passed his Arcana check, didn't he?
Yes, he rolled 26, Mark.
I rolled terribly.
Yeah, what did you get?
7 altogether.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask Mordenkainen if he's ever. I mean, he obviously has some knowledge of Yogg-Sothoth. Has he heard of this type of thing before? Is it possible?
Mordenkainen will say it's theoretically possible. I personally, in all of my travels, I've never actually heard of this. Plan of travel, yes. Crossing to other realities is something that I've yet to experience.
Could it be because of the nature of the plane we're on? You can't leave. You know, we can't. Do you think that would explain why I've shifted sideways? Entirely
possible. But the certain facts
remain.
remain.
You remember me?
No. Certain facts remain true. That is my writing. You know us. From your story, you seem to have experienced similar things to Damian, Valkyn, Brungrik, and Barwolf, and the others. And he turns to Brungrik specifically, and he'll say, "Look at his eye. That's exactly the same as exactly what happened to Niloren."
What led me to go and fight these guys?
I've got a fake eyeball, fake silver eyeball.
And did the hags take?
They took my eye. I took hers though. Got a little evil snigger.
We also sought vengeance against them. They led to the demise of not only one of our friends, but several.
They were nearly the end of us. They were very nearly the end of us. We were lucky.
That's why we buried their coven.
Oh, we buried them all right and burnt their windmill to the ground.
Mark, roll a d20 for me, please.
I will roll a d20. That's not very good.
What'd you get?
A 2.
Yeah. Okay. So, so Van Richten will say no. I mean, it's unless we're going to kill him or tie him up, then I suggest that he joins forces with us. It seems that something strange has happened, but for the time being, these debates need to be put aside. We're here for a reason.
Well, if Mordenkainen was my ally and now he's your ally, then we must be on the same side. He wouldn't have been allied to both of us if we were after to both groups if we weren't after exactly the same thing. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just going to say it appears that greater powers are at play, and there potentially are some greater beings that are finally seeing things in our favour.
See, my patron is very strange. I'm not even going to pretend I understand him, it, them, whatever. It's weird things. He's done weird things before, but this is definitely the weirdest yet. But if the point of this incursion into Castle Ravenloft is to kill the vampire, then that's exactly what we were on our way to do.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Let's go. Let's see if we can. Whoever's group leader of the party. What next? Are we going to where are we going? Let's check out some stuff.
Let us continue investigating the tombs. Then we'd gone south within this crypt, and we were hoping to explore the remaining tombs. I fear there are specific specific people we're hoping to find.
Let's go.
Okay. So, do you need a reminder of anything in the crypts? Do you want?
I don't think so. I just can't remember which one. We've got to round here, haven't we? Like exploring.
Yeah, that's that's exactly where you were. This was the crypt that says, "Pass not these portals, ye foolish mortals," but you'd not explored much else.
Let's go and have a look at this one.
Further south. That one there. Okay. So that one being.
Excuse me.
21 is Sir Klutz Tripolotsky. He fell on his own sword.
What's what?
The Klutz.
Going to go and hang out the giblets. I shall be very swift.
Okay. The one that you're currently looking at is. Oh, no, I've told you wrong. That's Sir Klutz. The other one that you went to first was we knew him only by his wealth.
But Valkyn's got his eyes on that one.
Okay. The one at the end, Jake, is King Dostron the Hellborn. What are the rest of you guys doing as Damian's checking these out?
Brungrik will be
Following around,
from a distance, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Jake, would you roll d20 for me then, please?
Sorry. That's a 19.
19. Would you then roll a d12 and a d8 together, please?
An 8 and a 5.
Okay.
It was an 8 on the d8, 5 on a d12, if that's helpful.
Yeah, no. It's the combined number for that.
Oh no, it's 13.
So from round this corner, a zombie appears. One of the disjointed looking zombies that you've seen before. So if you want to all sort of position yourself, I'll tell you what, let me grab your tokens and then move you a little bit closer so you can wherever you'd be standing around this area. It's crawling towards you, or shambling towards you if you want to roll initiative.
Yeah, just turned up in time.
There's just a lone zombie shambling towards you all, Mark.
It's not alone, though, is it?
Where am I?
Not alone.
So as discussed before you Sam starts shouting at me for not using NPCs, the Barovia 3 are still guarding and looking after Irina. Irina's still in a state of shock. Is the only other thing I've not Axicast would have realised by now, that she's catatonic. She's just like a petrified rabbit in the headlights.
Oh, gold. Where am I, Dave?
You are. Let me force you. What's it? You're there. You can put yourself. Everyone's sort of following Damian around as he's investigating these crypts, so you can sort of put yourself wherever you wish, wherever you would have been stood near to Damian. So if you want to roll initiative, Mark, doubt very much. He's done it. Right, Mark. You want first to react. Something to prove to the party. What do you want to do?
Right, I'm just going to give it bonus action hex.
Yeah.
Oh no, hex. Am I aware we've fought zombies before? And I ought to remember they're immune to necrotic, aren't they?
No.
Oh, right. In that case, yeah, hex and Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
So first one, 14.
14 hits.
That was a 2. I rolled a 2 and I've hit anyway. Damage 10, and then second blast. Well, if a 2 hit, an 18 definitely does.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. You rolled a 2 and you still hit with a 14.
Yeah. That was plus 12 to hit.
That's mad.
Do you want to roll 2d6 for your hex damage?
Oh,
you've done 26 so far.
Right, 2d6 coming up. Another 6.
26, 32.
Yeah.
Somebody's dead, isn't
he? Yeah. How do you want to kill that zombie, Mark?
It's two Eldritch Blasts for my two fingers. Like, in fact, it'd be the devil horns. I'm giving two straight through its face, sort of through each eye, and its head just blows up.
Okay. So this zombie just disintegrates in front of you all as these arcane blasts appear from the tiefling. Did I read that one too? Yeah, I did, didn't I? So that's King Dostron the Hellborn, just there.
So I'm going to proceed with caution around here just because of the zombie popping up. But then I'm going to have a little nosy at this one here.
Sure.
I'm not afraid of zombies.
Well, clearly, Mark, you just obliterated one in less than 6 seconds.
So here, looking here, you see Bocephalus, the Wonder Horse. May the flowers grow even brighter where he trods.
Trods?
Good English, that.
Yeah.
Is that this one here or this one?
That's, this one here. As you look opposite that one is Tatsol Eris, last of the line.
Gonna keep walking round.
I'll whisper to Andy. Who we're looking for? We're looking for.
Not really sure myself.
Okay, I'm just going to follow up there. I'm just going to follow. Yeah, we'll just keep going.
So the crypt that Damian's out at the minute is General Crowval, Mad Dog Grizzlek, Master of the Hunt, a leader of hounds and men.
I'm gonna keep going round.
Okay. So the one that is side on to you is Gralmore Nimble Knobs, Wizard Extraordinaire.
Nimble knobs.
And that's this one here on the west.
No, that's sorry, mate. That's that one there. The one that's facing you is it's an odd one. The instead of a name, it looks like it's the crypt's door. The nameplate has been clawed, and it's illegible.
I might pull a Jake and open the door on this one.
I might turn to Barwolf and say, "Friend of yours."
How to reply to that? They'll just kind of go.
Round the corner here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jake, if you don't mind. I'm just going to move you slightly further around. You can see against the wall that crypt says Sir John Wall, the trickster. The joke was on him.
Barwolf then turned to Valkyn and go, "He a friend of yours?" A bit of bounce.
Why is it in every campaign our characters turn into arseholes towards each other? Don't matter which campaign it is, eventually we're all arseholes.
What do you mean turn into, Sam?
If you could cock punch
Valkyn's
each other, we
arsehole
would have by
start.
now.
I get an arsehole.
Game of ball tag.
You opening this one, Jake? Did you?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Because it hasn't got a name on it.
Yeah, but just because of the claws as well, it almost seems like somebody's scratched it.
Okay, you want to form up around the door as you go through you've opened these before now. You know it takes some effort. So you probably, I should imagine Brungrik's going to be up there helping Damian as the rest of you sort of stand wherever you wish. As it opens, you can see inside a skeleton draped in rags, which lies atop a marble slab in the centre of the crypt. Nothing seems to be moving. Let me open the crypt up for you so you can the visual of the inside.
Does anything stand out, Dave?
Yeah, you can have a perception or investigation. Perception, investigation if you're moving in, but perception. 21. As you sort of look it around, you're sniffing, smelling, doing all the usual Barwolf things. Nothing of interest. It just seems to be, and if it wasn't in Castle Ravenloft, you think, yeah, it's a crypt that. But there's nothing.
22. Does that tell me anymore?
No, well, it appears to be as it is. You wish to step in?
It seems to. Nah. I'm going to move down this way though and have a little look down what this is.
Okay. 1 second.
No, Dave, because you asked us if we're going to step in. We don't want to.
So as you guys, as you checking this out and following Damian, as Damian gets to here, he suddenly vanishes, completely disappears. What would you like to do?
I was actually going to investigate that, but I'm glad.
Do we see him just vanish?
You see him vanish. You see him as if he's putting one foot in front of the other with the sun sword raised, and all of a sudden, as his foot hits the floor, boom, it's a blink of an eye. He's gone. The radiance, the light of the sun sword has gone. Damian has vanished.
I'll shout him. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just saying I'll move up to eye of where I saw him disappear. And I'll just be shouting, Damo! Damo! A little bit of angst in his voice.
There is no reply. It's cavernous. Would it? I suppose it's too big for actual echoes, isn't it? It's just your voices travel into the blackness of these massive crypts. No response.
I mean, can I see what's? Do I recognise what's happened?
What I'm going to do, Jake, is I'm going to come to you in a little while.
See you later, guys.
I think
can we
Barwolf, if he saw him just kind of go like that, probably just run after him, I think.
Okay, Barwolf
He's on
disappears.
his own. Shit. Oh.
As Barwolf gets to here, which is almost exactly where Damian was, he just vanishes, completely vanishes. Who has light sources? And I know Damian did with the sun sword.
Didn't pack the mayonnaise.
I do.
Oh, I've got dark vision.
I've got dancing lights as a cantrip, so I can cast that.
You'll have dark vision as well, Johnson.
Yeah, you'll be
I'll
super
do.
dark vision, but
Yeah.
I'm just
but
talking for the
lights-
benefit of everybody else.
Yeah, so it's only Axicast that actually needs light.
No, I don't. I've got
Tieflings have
dark vision, I think.
Oh, okay.
60 feet, yeah.
Sound. Okay.
Yep.
Tidy. Okay, what we doing then, gentlemen? The three of you that are left there.
Oh, I want to go. I'm going after them.
No,
I don't want them to die. I'll die. Okay, I'll not. I'll say what? Are we going in?
Right. Do you know anything magical?
Yes.
I.e., do an Arcana check, Mark.
Okay.
Does I do jack shit
Yeah.
about magic?
I'll give myself a D4.
Sure.
Plus. How does that work?
I can see Andy's cogs turning almost if he's going to do like a Leroy Jenkins. And
Leroy Jenkins.
So that's 17.
17. Well, redeem yourself with a D4. I mean, this is. There's no residue. There's no after effect. There's no dust or disintegration. So, with a 17, your best assumption would be teleportation, conjuration magic. They've been sent somewhere. The fact that Damian had the sun sword out, which is a very strong source of light, and is now gone and not visible, you would have absolutely no idea where they've gone to. What I'm going to do at this point is put here. Oh, wait a minute. Bear with me 1 second.
Go,
Yeah. As you start to investigate next to where Barwolf and Damian disappeared. 2 skeletal figures, sort of semi-intelligent looking figures, appear and look like they're ready to attack. Let's roll initiative for you 3, guys. Sorry, Jake and Lou, you'll have to bear with me for a second.
I might persuade the proletariat then quickly.
Are you rolling initiative, Mark?
He took his headset off.
That's a no.
Take. I'll roll it for him. I'll take his turn. He got a 6. Right, so how does Brungrik wish to react?
Charge forward slightly without
Yeah.
getting too close, and web it with the greatsword.
Sure. Yeah, so these are whites. You know that these are sort of semi-intelligent, quite intelligent undead.
24 to hit.
24 is going to hit, mate.
For 11 points of slashing damage. And
Yeah.
I'll find it. 5 points of radiant damage.
16, gotcha. Ooh, that's a point. Yeah. Okay. No, they're not. Anything else?
Nope. Stand
Okay.
ground.
White number 1 has a long. Right, as you fought these before, you know what they're capable of, and it reaches out to try and drain your life, as it does sort of like a Dementor type thing with its hand, but it misses, but it swings with its longsword in its other hand. Also misses, rolls 9, rolls an 8, 10 and a 9. It's going to be one of them days again. So Valkyn, your turn.
Hit 8. It's bonus action. I'm going to pull out my grey bag of tricks.
Yep.
And I should roll a d8.
Okay.
Just like pulling that out every now and again just to see what I get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I rolled initiative for you, Mark.
Oh, I thought we were in a different bit. That's why I chose that as a time
Go
to
on,
go.
Andy, what did you get?
I got a boar. I've never had a boar before. So.
Okay, righty. I think I've got a ball somewhere. Yeah. Where does it appear?
I'm going to stand up next to Quick and swipe at the one in front of me. Yeah. With magical dagger. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Points, semi-sneak attack. That's 27.
27. It's, yeah, this thing is severely bloodied. It's on its last legs now. So that's bonus action. Anything else?
No. Where's the boar in the initiative?
What does it have its own initiative, or does it go?
It has its own initiative, I think.
Okay. Tell you what I'll do then, mate. I'll give you ownership of it, and then you can roll for it. Odinson. There you go. The boar is now yours.
I want to roll another initiative, yeah?
Why not?
23.
Oh, that's your initiative, not the boar's.
Oh,
Hold on.
how do I do the boars?
Let me change you back. So your initiative was 9.
Between
Right,
1
hold
and
up.
2, yeah.
Yeah, click on the ball, and then
Do we do that? Initiative for the ball.
9. Will you stop rolling? Right, click on the ball,
Yeah, done that.
and then click roll initiative.
Did that? Hold on.
Oh. Hold on. Has it rolled it for you?
Rolled a 16.
Yeah, I think you rolled for Valkyn again. Right, 16. Okay.
It's rolled an 8.
Plus 4. So it's 12. Yeah. Right, so it's white number 2's turn as he attacks the ball.
Not Barry. Not Barry the ball.
Yeah, he's going to attack. He's going to attack Barry.
Barrington.
He misses with the first attack. Second attack,
Maybe Barry.
16. He's going to hit. It's going to be 5 points of damage on Bazet.
Oh, he's going to go.
That takes us to Baz's turn. What's he going to do?
He's going to gore the shit out of that guy.
Okay. Which
He's
one? The
angry.
one that's just hit him or the one that's damaged?
One that's damaged.
Okay, go for it.
What am I rolling for Baz? I don't know what I'm rolling.
Dice.
If you open
Ball
up D&D
dice.
Beyond and just look for ball, it should...
In a memento.
there you go. I've got 2024 rules if you want that. It's +3 to hit. When bloodied, the ball has advantage on attack rolls, so you can roll 2d20 if you wish.
Ooh.
You do 20.
You want
10's the highest
+3,
roll,
16.
+3, 16. These are quite well armoured. No, you hit, so it is d6 +1 damage. The 3 damage, which is rounded down to 1. He's resistant to the ball's damage. It's not enough to kill him. Zaxicast takes a turn.
Right, I'll bonus action put me hex. It's well within the hour, isn't it? Put the hex on the on white number 1.
Yeah.
And again go for a double Eldritch Blast on his face.
Okay.
So for first one is 29.
29. Okay.
Give it him.
That's 10. Second one.
Well, he's
Need
dead,
the
Mark.
second. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So the second one is 27, so you hit white number 2 with a 27.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't get to do me thing. Here we go. He's just going to say 14.
Okay. That takes us to Brungrik.
Don't even know why I'm bothering.
I don't even need to spend spell slots. It's fucking awesome. He's my hardest character by
Disgusting.
far.
Brungik's going to run down, turn to white number 2, and he's going to have a weapon.
Sure.
Great sword. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
That's 10 points of slashing damage.
That's 15 points of slashing damage.
15. Apologies. I looked at the dice, forgot there was a +5 involved.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
4 points of radiant damage.
See, 19, mate. That's why you're bothering.
Why?
Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
should
Valkyn's to
rage really,
finish.
shouldn't
Yeah.
Move in, rinse and repeat. And we shall web with. Why can't I move there? I'll just move there, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, 27 to hit.
27. Ooh. 9. 18.
18 points.
How do you want to kill that second white?
He's going to take his dagger. He's going to flip it around so it's kind of offhand, and it's just going to
hook it
face.
across the neck, slicing its head off.
Yeah, so it just instantly collapses to the floor. Just out of interest, for the three of you that are still there, just roll a perception check for me, if you don't mind.
Is that me or not?
Yes.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So we've got a 16, 22, and
A
7.
7.
Yeah, so both Brungrik and Valkyn are pretty sure that these two whites have appeared in exactly the same spot that Barwolf and Damian disappeared.
We're dead.
What, are they wearing any clothing?
They are, but then it's not the same. If anything, it looks like rotten old, possibly chain. I mean, it wouldn't function as chain armor, but yeah.
Valkyn, sensing that, seeing as it appeared at the place they had disappeared, senses that they may be in trouble across the void, so he's going to order Barry across the void and then step in behind himself.
So, okay, well, 1 second, because Barry's going to step in and vanish, and then another white's going to appear where Barry
God.
disappeared from.
Okay.
So let's deal with that first. Barry for Barry.
1 for 1 duel, then.
Let's. I'll tell you what. Let me.
Roll an initiative.
Yeah. Let's roll initiative again.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Dave, that was a natural 19 for me for initiative. Natural 19.
I got a natural 20, mate.
Try again.
Yeah. Bastard.
Are you rolling, Mark? Yeah, got it. Okay, so the white charges straight towards Valkyn. Again, it's going to reach out with this life-draining attack. 7 misses. 8 with his long sword. It's Sam.
Brungrik's going to run up.
Yep.
And
okay,
hang on.
Let's go.
Can I shove him?
Sure. Yeah.
Push him
So
back?
yeah. So it's an unarmed attack. So it's a competition roll, isn't it? So it's your. Oh, look, what's he going to do? He's
Strength.
probably yeah. So it'll be a straight up strength versus strength. So you can do athletics if you wish.
Okay.
He's rolled a 19, so that's 21 to beat Sam.
Not happening. I rolled a
Yeah.
2. A natural fucking 2.
Sorry, dudes. Yeah, as you try and shove him, he's just too strong for you.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Valkyn.
It was a theory, that was all.
Same again, Dave. So
Yeah.
dagger attack for a 21 to hit.
21 hits. 10
10 points plus 10. 20.
20. Easy maths. Thanks, Sandy. Mark, Axcast.
Right. Where is it there? White number 3. So, don't even have to move. Bonus action, hex, rinse and repeat on the white number 3.
Come on, mate. Natural 20.
Right, here we go. Yeah. Bugger off. Here we are. First one.
Yep.
17.
Hits.
That is 14 damage plus 1.
15. Yep.
Second one. 14.
Just hits.
Oh, with a 2 again.
Literally built a character where it's just don't roll a 1.
It's because
That's-
my charisma is 22. D6. Sorry, I'll roll again because that was
No, it's
obviously
2. You got 2, 15. Yeah.
right.
Okay. So that gives the white another turn as he's going to have another go at Valkyn. So it's going to be the life drain. Rolls 18.
That just hits.
Okay.
I
So
use my
that's
reaction to uncanny dodge.
okay. Well, that's going to be 7 points of damage, halved to 3. But you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Be a 22, Dave.
Yeah, you've passed that. So second attack is natural 20 for the longsword. So he's
Warding flare.
Don't you have to say that before?
Oh yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, yeah. I think that's how we ruled it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh no.
So he's drained. He's trying to drain your strength. If you'd have failed that, it's reduces your maximum until a long rest. But he has, as you're dodging out of the way, smashed you quite soundly with his long sword for 8 points of slashing damage. As Brungrik can take revenge.
16.
16 hits. Don't think you cannot kill him.
13
Yeah,
points of
13
damage.
plus
Do I need the rest?
dice in anger.
Another 7.
20. How does he die?
Just cuts him sunder. Just nice, clean. Textbook almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
straight through.
Almost Cal-like.
Yeah, okay. So this third white has now died, and you're convinced of the fact that they're appearing exactly where the other party members have disappeared. Did you say Valkyn was going to run in?
Yeah. Brungrik's going to turn to him like, don't do it!
Do it.
Be like, fuck you, my chubby little friend. Turning a run.
Yes, you fat little bugger.
So Valkyn steps forward, disappears as a white appears. Roll initiative.
Right.
There you go, Sam.
I would.
There
I
you
just hope
go.
we don't get
That's
any
how it's
greens or
done.
yellows. That'll be
That's
they're
how
the
it's
worst.
Brings him run down, and I'm going to try again to shove him in back. See if he'll go back in.
Oh yeah. Let's go for it. So this time,
Athletics.
mate, I've rolled exactly the same. I've rolled a 19 for a 21 to beat.
Roll a 3.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
you get a plus 10. Right, Mark, Hexacast.
Right. Same again. Bonus action hex. Double hamster food. First one. Damage.
Yeah.
Max 16. And a d6. And another 4. Is it still
20.
alive?
Yes.
Right. Second blast.
Jesus Christ.
That's another 10. 12.
Okay. White gets a turn as he, he's going to life drain. Brungrik rolls 20.
Oh,
Shit, hits me.
Okay. That's 8 points of necrotic. Constitution saving throw, please. 10, you failed. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 8 until you take a long rest. Well, for the duration of being in Castle Ravenloft.
Say that again, sorry. I took my headset off.
your maximum is reduced by 8 until you take a long rest.
Oh,
Okay.
That's harsh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, long sword attack rolls an 8, so that misses. Brungrik, revenge time.
Just to web him.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Obviously my radiant strike.
Yeah.
16 altogether. Every one of
16
my attack rolls has been
altogether.
over 10. Any other roll has been like less than 5.
Well, he's dead. He's splitting him this one in half.
Yep.
Okay. So what do you two want to do now?
I guess we'd best follow suit at the same time together.
yeah. 'Cause otherwise, there's going to be one guy outside fighting the white.
Yeah.
What about the Barovia 3? What are they going to do?
Fight 2 whites.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Mordenkainen around.
Yeah. So what's going to happen now then is all of you. I mean, this is Damian first, but you all see basically a flash of light that explodes all around you, and then absolute darkness, and you're aware of the fact that you're lying suddenly in a confined space. Dust all around you. So let's start with Jake. What would Damian be doing as this happens to you first?
So I think like Damian lying in the darkness is gonna still almost like feel if he can feel the sun sword in his hands.
Yes, you can feel it. It has gone out, but you can feel it.
Can I speak the incantation and like reignite it?
Yeah. So as it lights, it becomes clear that you appear to be inside a coffin.
So I guess my first reaction would be to kind of like force the lid on the coffin, try and open it.
Yeah. Give me a strength check then. Please.
Ouch.
Can it be a strength or an athletics?
Yeah, you can have athletics if you wish.
14.
14. You struggle. It's just not quite enough. You know that if you put some effort into it, you'd be able to move it, which is when you hear movement to the side of you. So Lewis, Barwolf now is lying down in complete and utter darkness in this confined space. What would Barwolf be doing?
Can I feel around at anything and kind of feel and figure out what I'm in?
Sure.
I don't
So
have
as
any
you
light, do I?
no light at all, no. So, but as you're feeling around, it's mostly sort of dust. You get the occasional sort of solid object, like a piece of dirt that just crumbles in your hand as you're lying there, and as you're feeling up, you're doing your sort of mime act. It's you. I mean, you know what it is. You're in some kind of coffin, and it's complete darkness.
Can I almost I'm going to change into my hybrid form, I think.
Okay. That's interesting. Is that bigger or is that the same size?
Because it's hybrid, it's bigger, but I get all the bonuses that I would. Anyway, so I get advantage on strength checks now.
Okay, right. So are you changing to try and break out then? Is that sort of a reaction thing? Right, roll with your advantage then.
18.
18 is enough. So if we can, I like the image of you changing form and the sides exploding and the top. This wooden coffin just explodes apart. Damian, you hear this now, and you hear this familiar growl, and you know that noise is Barwolf, who's gone into his lupine form. As both of you now hear the squeal of a boar.
All right.
I think I'd kind of like call out to Barwolf and say like, I'm stuck within here, and I'm like start banging on the because as I'm trying to break out of the coffin, like I'm making a lot of racket and noise.
Yeah.
And
so what Barwolf can actually see now is it's an oddly shaped room, 10-foot high ceiling. There's a smell of rotten meat. There's 15 wooden coffins scattered throughout the vault, all orientated with their heads pointing north. The floor is covered with human bones and rusty swords. Do you? I'm telling you this. Do you have dark vision?
no, I don't.
Right. Okay.
Surely you're doing your hybrid form.
No, I don't think I do in hybrid form.
What we'll say is there's because it's there's a vague light coming from the direction of one of the crypts, which is Damian's sun sword, giving you this description, and you can also see that it's enclosed. There's no doors whatsoever, but it looks like there's a handholds going up, and you appear to be in a deep dark shaft. When there's another thud, as Valkyn, what would Valkyn be doing as you arrive in this situation?
He'll be calling for Barry. He's heard the squeal. The classic Barry squeal.
Save me, Barry.
Yeah, save me, Barry.
See, if I knew who Barry was, ideal, I'd be like, Barry, I didn't know the fuck you could talk. It'd have been brilliant. I don't know who Barry the Boar is. So.
No, you disappeared before Barry appeared, didn't you? But then Brungrik and Axicast both appear in other coffins as well. So you're all in this situation. I'm quite happy for Barwolf and to free you all from all of these crypts. But you're still at the bottom of this pit. You, in theory, no idea where you are now.
Then not a door.
No door whatsoever. You've got handholds going up.
Even though Valkyn knows Barwolf got him out the then he's going to still thank Barry for saving him.
Yeah, sure. But Barry's just going to nuzzle up to you.
Oh, Bazza.
Bazza.
You've been through so much.
Save me, Bazza.
So it's the only way up then, by the look of it.
By the looks of it. What did you say, Sam?
Can we see the top? Remembering that we've got like 60 feet of dark vision.
Yes, you can. The top. As it goes up, you can see what appears to be sort of a hole that you can climb up to, and then beyond that, there's the ceiling of one of the crypts, or what looks like a crypt from where you just were.
Are we all out now? Have I managed to get out of the coffin, or am I still stuck?
No, you're all out. There are 1, 2, 3. So there's 5 of you. There's 6 of the coffins that you've exploded out of. There are 9 other coffins still in here, intact.
I bet there's whites in them.
Oh yeah, I bet we've swapped with the whites, haven't we?
Maybe.
Shall we just leave them?
Unless someone can detect, can someone detect if there's undead? I don't know. Squeeze me, baking powder. Squeeze me.
I can try and cast Divine Sense again.
Yep.
Which
In
is the
all
thing
of
you're right.
these, there's undead.
Yeah, let's leave them be, eh?
I'm gonna try and grab onto one of the handholds then, and then start maybe attempting to climb up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have an athletics, strength or athletics check to climb.
Oh, 20. Natural.
Nice, dirty 20.
20. Yeah, it's quite easy for you to clamber out. In fact,
I'm gonna use the handholds, and then I'm gonna pull the blood whip out as well, and use that to kind of grasp onto things, almost use it as a bit of a rope as well as I traverse up. And then
Indiana.
I believe,
Cool.
yeah, Indiana Jones style. But I believe within the bag of holding, I also have 50 foot of rope, which I will lower down to my comrades and use to aid. Yeah, I've got 2 lots of 50 foot of rope, so I'll use that to try and help everybody else up.
Cool. So if you all want to make an athletics check, the rest of you can do it with advantage. Your DC's 10. Just don't. Then you can all climb out. Otherwise, I'm going to say that you slip and take D6 damage. How does that sound?
Oh,
I have
can we
double
use the rope
double
as a,
advantage.
as a safety rope?
Yeah. Ah.
Failed.
Was that with advantage, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you slip? You can take D6 bludgeoning damage. I'll let you you take your own damage.
Here's a 6 then. Oh, 4. And then a kick in the nads.
But yeah, you managed to get out without too much more difficulty. And you're inside one of these enclosed crypts now. If change my bookmark, I should be able to tell you which one. So I assume you're going to open the door to get out.
Yeah, I'm going to use my crowbar to help me get out.
Yeah.
Crowbar!
I'm going to take you to a crowbar.
Don't start a nuclear war again.
Crowbar.
Not on a crowbar.
Right, bear with. I think I've just put one of you on top of Mark. Have I? Oh no, it's because I've put you the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so if I go to the no, that's the wrong one. If I go to the full view again of what you've discovered so far. So there's your overview of where you are. You guys, if you can see the crypt that you're just next to, is it's basically a pit that falls all the way into the ground where you just were. This one above the door read Starball Indieback. A true friend, a truer friend no ruler ever had. Here lies his family and honour. But as you appear, you hear the noise from south as the 2 remaining wights that appeared from your fellows entering crypt appear from the east. Let's roll initiative for these 2.
3, and I get +2. So yeah, awesome.
What actually rolled? Can nobody see? Because it's like come up as 0 at the moment.
So I can see you on there, but he hasn't got.
Yeah, there's no number. Weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
I blame the cheesecake people. Bastards.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
He loves me and I love you.
There we go. I've got a 7.
Okay.
7.
Right. So white number 6 first charges forward straight towards Damian. Life drain is 15 to hit.
He's gonna miss.
He's going to miss. I've rolled damage. I don't need to roll damage. Second attack is going to be 10. Misses.
He's gonna miss.
Valkyn.
Valkyn.
He's gonna saddle up to Emo and
Saddle up, babe, Paul.
What? No.
You what, mate? Sorry.
Nothing. He's gonna 12 him with his tag.
Okay.
Of course. For a 28 to hit.
Yes.
And a.
Give him a royal weapon.
It's a 21.
21. Okay. Anything else?
Where's Bazza?
Bazza can't climb out. I mean, just as you've got to the top, you suddenly realise Bazza can't climb out. So we can resolve that after we finish this, if you wish.
He's a filthy boar.
He's fucking heavy, mate.
Valkyn's at the top right.
Bonus action. I will. What sword him? And crossbow him. No, don't hand crossbow him because I'm in. What sword him? 25.
25 hits. I've just seen that Bish is had a go on the Mark game. Hi, Martin.
Hello.
7 points.
Short sword.
Yeah.
Hold up. What's happening? Hand crossbow. What are you doing?
I've got what? I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you attack with your hand crossbow or your short sword?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I pressed the wrong one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So 7 damage, but that's non-magical, so he's resistant to that. Bludgeoning non-magical. Yeah. So that's 3. Anything else?
That is all, David. It's all.
Okay. Brungrik.
Brungrik charges forward and webs him.
Go.
Fastest flanking.
Sure.
25 to hit.
Yeah.
14 slashing damage. 8 radiant damage for 22.
Nice. How does that one die?
Imagine this is more like a charge bite, so it comes with low, and you charge a bite, so.
Nice. Barwolf. Yes, Lewis, you get an attack.
Just reaches his kneecap. Just reaches his kneecap because you're coming up.
Still killed me though, didn't I? You didn't achieve that.
Oh, fucking hell. Savage.
19?
19 hits, yes.
9.
9. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Nice. Anything else?
Yeah, I should have bonus action my Crimson Right on my bow. So I'll just do that now and do it.
Okay.
Actually, there's no point. There's no point thinking about it.
No. Yeah. Okay, Damian.
So Damian's going to move in He's going to pull the Sun Sword. Well, the Sun Sword's already going to be active, and he's going to have a good old attack.
Okay.
So it's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 15 plus another D8. That's 17 points of radiant damage.
17 on your first attack. Second attack.
Second attack is a 13. I'm going to throw one of my superiority dice on this one.
Okay.
For 21.
Yeah, 21 hits.
For 10 plus another 8, which is shit. That was only 11 points of radiant damage.
It's enough. How does it die?
He's literally just gonna draw the. So he's gonna take one slash across it with the Sun Sword, and he's gonna pull it back and just ram it straight through its eye socket as radiant light bursts from its head.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, it splatters the wall. So that is the last white dealt with. I'm going to assume Mordenkainen or Van Richten was, what the fuck's going on, as you explain to him what's just happened. Barry is still very much down the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, breakfast.
I just think he's dinner now, really, isn't he?
And Barry climb rope.
Hang on, let's see if we can do.
How heavy is he, Dave?
Run that by me again, Mr. Johnson.
And Barry climb a rope with his
Google
with his
it.
hooves.
Google it. See if
Maybe if he does it like this.
How heavy is he, Dave?
Very fucking heavy. This is a massive male boar.
So would a hybrid werewolf man be able to climb out with him with advantage on his athletics checks?
How much does a male boar weigh?
I'm gonna go with at least
7. At least 7.
I reckon like at least 400 kg.
Well, it's in pounds here, between 200 and 450 pounds. So he's going to be on the larger side of that, 450 pounds.
How far down is it?
All the way
40
down.
feet.
It's 204 kilos.
What I'm hearing is that's 450 pounds of bacon.
The range 60 feet. Right, I can levitate him. If that would be helpful.
Or just put it in the bag of holding and then just bring it up.
It'll die in the bag of holding because there's no oxygen in there.
Yeah,
if we run up quickly, I'm sure boars can hold the breath for a few seconds.
It's not instant there. You just hold your breath in there.
Yeah, but like, I think it's not
Valkyn is
going to know.
gonna
Oh no, it's not. It's not a proper bag.
very,
of
very
holding, is it?
nicely. He's my fat friend. He's only little.
He's little and he smells a bit like beans.
This is the most love you've shown to anything in your entire existence. The last thing you loved so much ended up. We won't talk about that.
That was just lust, Jake. This is love.
Over Irina.
Barry love. Bam.
Barry love.
Right, okay, so is this Tensor's floating disc? Or is this actual levitate, Mark?
It's levitate.
Okay, so you're using a spell slot to levitate.
It's through the staff, so it's 2 charges.
Okay, that's it.
And I can move it as an action 20 feet per turn, but I mean it doesn't matter. So it would take 3 turns to get it up.
Okay,
Now,
that's what she said.
Somebody will have to move it. I'll get it to the top, but then somebody will have to grab it because I can only move it up or down.
Yeah. I'd like to think it's wee as its little legs, fat little legs are going. Is it?
It loves it. That's what I reckon.
Does not love it. Okay, So we've got a bit more time, gents. If you, what time do you want to finish tonight? By the way, I didn't ask before we started.
I mean, I can't be much later than 11.
Oh yeah, that'll be. I mean, say about.
I'll
I'd
make it
say, yeah, about the same.
Let's sit a tiny bit more then, because we're not quite off 10 yet. So you've managed to crawl out. You've now explored this crypt as well. If we go to the overview, as you started to get closer down south, you did notice that there were heavy iron portcullises. This is before you were teleported away. And just before you all disappeared, you did notice white marble steps descending into another tomb. These appear to be all three of these tombs, so north, east, and south appear to be much larger, probably family tombs.
So,
oh, I beg your pardon. They're black marble steps on this one, not white. Yeah, sorry, Jake, go on.
So there's the black marble steps at the south that like I was coming across when we were walking down.
Yeah.
And then there's almost like a tomb that's opposite at the top.
Which is white marble stairs. And then this here, if you remember, there's this sort of magic blue line.
We've
So
figured out
I'll
we can
give you
only...
that. Oh, sorry, go on, Jake.
But we figured out you could only go down there if you were lawful good, couldn't you?
Yeah, Van Richten offered to go through for you if you wanted him to.
Okay.
Oh.
I think for me, like, I want to go and explore this northern crypt again then, because it looks quite significant.
Yeah.
And see if there's a way that we can potentially, out of all of them that we've seen, so like, I think for Damian, it was more of taking a recce around the tomb, but with the two looking more specific and more grandeur, I think I'll start having a look at this one in the north again.
To the north. Okay.
Yeah, so there was the portcullis. Sorry, I'm standing the wrong side of it, but there's the portcullis, and there was a lever as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, you could just make it out just there.
And we established that it was about like 30 to 40 feet down, didn't we? So it was like it wasn't easily reachable.
No.
Has anybody got mage hand?
Yep.
Ooh.
Do mage hand. What were you wanting me to pick up? I'll have to give it a go.
Well, I think I'd like to have a look at what this tomb is, because this one looks quite grand.
So use the hand to open the door.
Mm-hmm. Whether it's more there's a lever around the corner, so I don't know what the lever will do, as to whether the lever might open it.
I could send a mage hand round and give it a pull, so to speak.
Do a little tickle.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Reach around. This is
reach around.
Entirely different game. So let me grab all of you. Let me grab all of you lads. This is very much a different.
Oh
game,
no!
This is my idea of a very nice day out.
So I think I've overlapped you there. Axicas, you'd have to sort of let me force your view here, Mark. So you, if I position you here, you could see just here there is a lever.
Yeah, I'll mage hand it. I'll mage hand the lever.
Sure. So white marble steps descend to a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm is felt here. In the centre of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricately inlaid coffin. Chiselled into the slab is the name, Sergei von Zarevich. To the north behind the coffin are 3 alcoves. A beautifully carved stone stands in each alcove. A stunning young man flanked by 2 angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever, which you've just pulled, has raised the portcullis as you can all move into this room.
I think Damian would kind of like slip down the steps, but he'd be like, "This is him." This is Sergei. This is his brother. He, from the extract we read from Strahd's diary, it was the death of Sergei that created him.
And him. Yeah.
I've still got the sun sword out, Dave, because it's dark down here. But does the sun sword is the sun sword doing anything? Is it kind of displaying any emotion or anything?
Yeah, so as you've crossed the threshold, you get the sense that this is a sacred, safe, holy place. And the sun sword is resonating peace and contentment.
And if I go and have a little investigate of the statues around the tomb.
Yeah, give me a religion check.
21.
21's perfect. Yeah, so you're pretty sure that this is a statue of Sergei and the angels are there to protect him in life. You're also pretty sure that these are enchanted. The very presence of these three statues is what is keeping this place clean and pristine. There's not a speck of dust. There's not anything that you've associated with the whole of Barovia, for the most part, in this room. It's just pure and peaceful.
This does not make sense.
I was just thinking that.
From what we read, I'm sure they didn't find, like, Sergei had been missing.
We're going to slap an Oompa Loompa. I shall be back.
And
That changed the tone, didn't it?
Strahd had disdain for his brother. Why would he allow him to? Surely he's not responsible for this. I mean, is the coffin like fully sealed?
Yes.
I mean,
Are
would
the
there be...
angels carrying any iconography on them? Maybe
Hold on, Sam.
look, see if they're
Pulled it off.
cool.
They're from your basic knowledge of the Morning Lord. I mean, you're well versed with the Church of Pelos, so you're the resident expert. I'm not going to ask you for a roll on this. They are ornamental pieces. This is someone that was well loved and well thought after, but it's all. There's nothing standing out to you as untoward if this was a sort of a princeling's family crypt. The only thing that's amiss is the fact that it's in Castle Ravenloft in Barovia.
I flipped the lid on the coffin.
Sure. Give me a strength check then, please, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, it's not very good.
Yeah, it's you all see this as Valkyn approaches and tries to push it, and it feels that Locke's just fallen over.
Oh.
You all right, Mark?
Yeah, I nearly fell over just then.
We all saw.
Oh.
So it feels almost as if it's pushing back against you.
Would it make sense to move Irina into here with?
This is what I was thinking, because it's Out of everything, it's the like. Did you say like it looks like it's not been touched?
Correct.
And it's a
It
holy
makes sense to bring
space.
everybody in here, and we can pull the lever, can't we? Again, and just lower the portcullis and probably have a bit of a rest, maybe.
Just to catch you up, Mark, Valkyn's just tried to push the lid off the coffin, and Sam's had kittens with it.
Okay.
As a resident cleric in a holy place that you're about to defile.
But I guess like Damian would look at Brungrik and say like, but maybe if Sergei was involved in the creation of Strahd's curse, it is also Sergei that will be his undoing.
What did the tarot say?
Carrot. Have we got a talking carrot?
Have we got a talking carrot?
I think the only
cards say
tarot
something
card we've
about-
got left is where we're supposed to confront Strahd, I think.
So we've got the card tells of a history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. The treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber giants.
that was
Then
the
we've
book.
got there is a town where all is not well. There you find a house of corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts. Then we've got the treasure you seek is hidden behind the sun in the house of the saint. And then look for an entertaining man with a monkey. This man is more than he seems, and he lurks in the depths of darkness in the one place he must return.
Yes.
But
I
that
think
just
the only one we've not completed is that last one, isn't it?
yeah, because the monkey was Van Richten. The man with the monkey was Van Richten. The treasure you seek behind the house of the sun was the sun's sword.
Yeah.
We found the amulet of Ravenkind in the house of
yeah.
corruption. The treasure beneath the castle was the
Book.
note and the book of wisdom. And then the treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath. Oh yeah, which is what we've just done.
So if Sergei's down the white steps, then that would mean that the black steps has got Strahd down, then, wouldn't it? You think logically?
Possibly, but I do wonder if there's something that we need to do with Sergei to make sure that we end Strahd.
We don't have.
Why don't we bring everybody in here, shut the colours? Will the colours close back down again, Dave, if we pull the lever?
Yes.
Ideal place to have a rest, isn't it? It's bright.
There's no kind of atmosphere. Yeah.
Get everybody in here. We don't need to worry about everybody, do we? Then we're.
I feel like we've only got the opportunity for a short rest if we're going to do it, though.
I suppose that's better than nothing, though, isn't it?
I think it might be worth you getting. Okay, let's do it. Let's get, because Van Richten might know more about this.
So I'm thinking at least get them in, see what they think.
That's a bit safer than an empty crypt door, isn't it? That they're in at the minute.
Yeah.
And it's holy ground, so the arena should be protected in theory.
Definitely.
Okay. Sam, just give me a religion check, por favor.
$17.
17, yeah. So it's not sanctified; it's not hallowed ground.
Okay.
It's but it is clean, and you've got and you can seal it. So yeah, everyone will step in. You can go ahead and have your short rest. Do what you need to do with your hit dice and recover all of your bits and pieces. As Van Richten approaches, he will, as he sort of looks around. The conversation is, this is clearly Sergei. Irina is going to be safe in here. She's going to sort of sequester herself in the corner. Esmeralda's almost constantly talking to her, sort of patting her on the back of the hand, holding hands. Mordenkainen is looking distractedly around. But Van Richten will step up and say, should we look in here? Should we look into the crypt?
I feel it might be the right thing to do. I think Sergei may have secrets hidden with him. Somebody fought hard to bury him in this place, and I don't feel like it was Strahd. This feels untouched by his dark powers.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to use every tool at our disposal for this fight, and if the Van Richten will say, "Well, let's find out." As he approaches the sarcophagus and just lays one hand on it, and it's almost as if it's on it's on sort of a field of ball bearings. It just glides smoothly to one side as he pushes the sarcophagus lid to one side. And inside you can see the embalmed body of, I mean, you've met Strahd. This is a younger, more handsome version of Strahd lying in the crypt, dressed in gleaming plate armor.
Oh, have we got detect magic?
Yeah, you provoke the interest of Mordenkainen as he steps over, and he's more than willing to identify this, and it is plate armor +2.
Bloody hell.
No use to me. Got to have some places, haven't we?
Nope.
Not a single platey. That's harsh.
Heavy armor, isn't it, Dave?
Yep.
Sorry, say that again.
+2 plate armor.
Ooh.
Ooh. You wear plates, Sam?
Hang on.
You won't rob it from a dead body, though.
No, I can do light or medium.
No.
It's Paladin int you'd need for heavy.
I think
Yeah,
certain
well,
domains are Cleric, though. I'm sure does light domain not get it?
No, but life does. Would you believe?
Oh yeah.
But the 2024, it's slightly changed anyway, because you can choose either sort of a more of a warrior spec or a thaumaturge type spec as you develop your character. But
Is there nobody that can wear it?
Nope. Best believe it.
I guess it kind of fits though, like in terms of not disturbing him where he rests. But I mean, I guess like Damian would look up.
Is there no weapons in there with him? Or she?
no.
I can't remember if
Jake's got his one.
yeah, that's because the sun sword is Sergei's weapon.
You do see there's a scabbard, and it matches the design of the hilt of the sun sword.
I mean, if I were to place the sun sword on Sergei's chest and like place his hand around it.
Yeah. So you're still picking up vibes from the sun sword, and you very much get this sense of peace, and you also get a sense of a peace, calm, and familiarity from the sun sword. But nothing else happens.
And even though he's embalmed, like he still looks like he doesn't look like he's like mummified or anything like that. He looks like
Most of it is sort of, you know, as part of the embalming process. There's a lot of cosmetics involved with making him look alive. It's a decent job.
Is there anything within the tomb to suggest, like, as to maybe, like, is there any kind of like notes or like scripture or writing or anything in there?
Nothing
It's
at
just
all.
purely just him and the
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in that book that we took from the. What was it? Was it a monastery or something, or was it a castle? Strahd's book, his diary, or whatever it was.
From there, yeah. No, there's from the story. If you recall,
Did you show that to Van Richten?
I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, because it says, I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood.
If you want to bring him back to life, there's only one person that can do it. There's a priest. I can't remember if it was Pelor. I think Dave said he was Pelor. He was the one that brought Rillik and Niloren back to life.
Well, he works with
Strahd's got-
Strahd.
As I understand, and I might be misremembering, he was kidnapped, brought to Barovia to do the resurrection spell, rather than being in league with Strahd.
there is one other person, your friend Reman,
Yeah,
who mysteriously went missing or started acting strangely after the Amber Temple.
Yeah.
so if you want to bring him, if you're dead set about bringing him back to life,
I mean, if
I get where you're coming from. If you bring him back to life, does that in theory break the curse? Technically, alive.
or even if he were to deal the killing blow on Strahd. I think like Damian's just kind of like pacing around, like racking his brains about it. It's kind of like I think he'd probably like start quizzing like Mordenkainen and Van Richten about it more and seeing, because he'd be a bit more like, you know, people have said that they've fought Strahd before, they've killed Strahd before, and Strahd has come back. We hear this time and time again that he'll never be gone from this plane, but surely what have they done which has meant he has not been ended? What have they done? How do we finish this?
So both Mordenkainen and Van Richten are similarly at a loss. The curse of Strahd is that this is his eternal torment and torture. The sacrifice he made is in front of you now. He sacrificed his own flesh and blood to get Tatiana. And the dark powers, being as they are, have cursed him to live this life over and over and over again as Tatiana comes back in a different form. And perhaps Mordenkainen will rather callously point towards Irina in the corner. And the best that we can achieve is if we can kill him and we can escape, stop him from doing this for perhaps another 100 or so years. But to defeat the dark powers is not something that I don't think any of us are capable of. This is not Strahd we're trying to destroy. The curse of Strahd is endless, but to defeat the dark powers, I don't see how we can.
But it is not just his curse. for all of those that dwell within Barovia, they suffer for generations,
Unfortunately,
for lifetimes.
I understand, but that is the nature of Strahd. That's what he's become. Because he's cursed, he drags other people down with him. If there was a way to trap his soul, maybe, if there was a way to
turn him into a small piece of cheese and eat him.
give you nightmares, though, Mark.
That wouldn't be good.
Gravy and cheese just before bed.
Piece of cheese.
It's made of babies, you know, that cheese.
Polymorph him into a small wheel of cheese.
Strahd von Truckle.
I think like, while we're resting, I think like Damian is just going to kind of like probably just take some time just to think things over. I mean, where was this priest last seen?
You've never seen him.
Seen him, only heard.
You believe that he was in Castle. Well, you don't know. I think when the others were resurrected, they mentioned something about being in Castle Ravenloft, maybe.
Well, yeah, I had a feeling he was in Castle Ravenloft, but I don't know whether that was my assumption or whether that was something said. Do you think it was it Father Lucian? Or am I confusing?
That's the one from Father Lucian was Vallaki.
And we're no longer particularly allied with Reman. Reman is his own agenda.
Cheese.
Yeah, unless he suddenly appears, then it's unlikely that. Van Richten will mention to you that he does have the ability to commune with the dead. Should you want him to, he would be able to ask. You would be able to ask 5 questions of Sergei if you wish.
Potentially interesting.
Are you dead? Are you really dead?
What is the capital of Estonia?
What's your favourite kind of cheese?
Does that mean we get a question each then?
Yeah.
I think that might be a good idea, though. Potentially, Sergei may be able to offer us some information.
Okay. So, do you want to do that now, or do you want to save that for the start of next time? Give you a chance to think about it, so you've had your long rest.
Short. Was it a long rest or a short rest? Was it a long rest? Short. No.
We say it for next.
Short. Save it for next time.
Okay. Yeah, I am starting to flag. I must admit. I'll just let you know, Dave. When we were before the short rest, I was going to spend 2 sorcery points to get my first level spell slot back that I used. Then use a packed slot to replace the sorcery points, which I can then get back after short rest.
Sure.
Right.
Right. So let's call the session there, then, gentlemen, and we'll start next time with the interrogation of Sergei von Zarovich.